4 and 5. 4 and 5. That would be Aurora and Trine. Aurora won their game, but that one was tied after 2.
It was a back and forth. It was tied after 1 and tied after 2. Aurora used 3 third-period goals to break it open and beat Denver 6-3.
Stayed out of penalty box in the process.
Yeah, barely.
Getting barreled over that time, Yoakum. Play goes on in the corner. Still a 2-on-2 dig out ensuing.
And meanwhile, Trine will play tonight against the University of New Hampshire. That'll be the final game of the day.
Puck comes around the boards. It'll be gathered and put behind the net. Solera trying to center one out in front of a rack play, but that didn't quite work. Old street hockey play that's made the transition to the ice world.
And you can see it being executed very well by the Washington Capitals. They love that play. And he had it. He was just Leon overshot. He was in the slot instead of on the back door.
Center ice dump and chase going on, moving in after it. Tyler Weber, number 4. Gets knocked down. The puck goes around in the corner. Still the battle ensues. Picked up again by Weber. Actually worked at a point. Vieira was skating away from it. And this will go all the way down. And no icing. Winning the race, Jordan Klotz. Around the boards that time, Vieira. Puck not out of the zone. Picked up. The shot never gets to it. Does there. Score! Klotz on the doorstep. 1-0. Florida Gulf Coast.
That's a great play. Klotz started that all off with the hustle to negate the icing. Hung out on the back door, tried to make himself available, able to do so. And it looked like that was Trevor Mullally doing an excellent job of getting the puck over to him. He tried 3 different times. Finally, Klotz looked like he was going to his knees almost, Brett, but he was able to roof that up over Opperman, give the Eagles a 1-0 lead with 5:37 to go in the first period.
So 1-0 the score. As Klotz gets the goal at the 14:43 mark. Puck bounced around.
And Eddie Leon will get a secondary assist on that too. That's good work by that line there, Brett.
Yeah. So Klotz from Mullally and Leon makes it 1-0 in favor of Florida Gulf Coast. Puck goes around. It'll not get out of the zone just yet. A turnaround shot off the mark. Rebound loose in the corner and eventually slung out to center. Back for it now, the number 24 of Jason Franceschini. They dig along the boards. Still battling for it, 2-on-2, and then the puck ripped around the Northern Colorado zone.
I gotta say, Franceschini might have the longest last name in the tournament.
No, there's one longer. There's a rising shot, a save made, held on to by Robert John. We had one in the earlier game. Go back 2 games ago. I can't remember it off the top of my head now.
Well, it would be Aurora versus Denver. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
I forgot where I put my program too. Is that mine?
Yes, this is yours.
Okay. Well,
so you'll have it back.
Shoulder check. Puck comes all the way down to the Bears zone. And this will be icing again against Florida Gulf Coast.
Garrett Howen-Hanesian.
Yep, there you go.
I stand corrected.
So is Aerosmith pops on the speakers.
It's giving us that sweet emotion, Brett.
One of my favorite Aerosmith songs.
I hear this song, all I think of Dazed and Confused. Great movie.
I hear this song, I think of that. Well, this is covered up by Robert John. I hear that song, and all I think about is the arcade game, the Aerosmith arcade game at Sports World.
Okay.
Back in the days.
I was going to say, probably a little bit before my time.
As a kid, you would have liked that place.
I would have loved.
Another save. Robert John covers.
Listen, I'd love it as a kid, and I'd love it as an adult.
This is true.
I mean, we're still big kids.
This is true.
Let's be real here.
This is true.
We spend all our time talking about a kid's game.
And acting like kids in the process. So.
Yes, but the day we stop doing that is the day we get very concerned.
The day we stop doing that is the day we retire.
Yes. Even still.
Face off to the left of Brad Robinjon. Around the boards this goes. A shoulder check put in. And the Eagles pop it out to center. Gloving it down. Moving forward with this one. Penalty call coming up against Northern Colorado.
It's going to be Cade Boring. He's going to get 2 minutes for tripping behind the play. Took an eagle out.
Dumped down low, and now set up Fogarty. Brandon Fogarty he gets a pass on off. Extra attacker on for Florida Gulf Coast. Deflected save made. Rebound loose in front. Still scrapped for. Still in possession of Florida Gulf Coast.
That's 2 big saves by Opperman there. Oh,
a big block there.
Wow.
Giving up the body that time.
Liam McKee.
It was Liam McKee.
That was Liam McKee. He sold out and then some.
But an interference call comes as a result. And back to the power play. Go Florida Gulf Coast.
3:10 to go in the first period, and Florida Gulf Coast goes back to the man advantage. As you said, Brett, 0 for 1 on the day. 2 minutes for interference to Cade Boring.
Florida Gulf Coast 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Garst shooting, save made, the rebound loose, and backhanded wide. Klotz looking for his second, missed the net.
Had an open net, just couldn't get a handle on the bouncing puck.
And front end sent all the way down. Well, that got interesting.
Oh, yes. The Florida Gulf Coast power play is very methodical. They like to work it around down low. You might see them park Logan Garst, who has the puck now. You might see them park him in front, but mostly you're going to see Garst on the point.
Short-handed opportunity. Wrist shot deflected wide. Last one taken. Talon Bartolo, number 26.
Mostly you're going to see Garst on the point. You're going to see a guy like Klotz or Wong down low. You're going to see them try to work it down low and maybe get a second or third attempt at something.
Around the wall it goes.
Fire wagon change for the Eagles.
Just looking at the Northern Colorado beat the Northern Arizona. This is saved by Opperman. Northern Arizona defeated Toledo 2-1.
Oh, wow.
So Northern Arizona, the number 1 out of the West, gets a win.
So 3 out of the 4 number 1s will walk away with victories in today's contest. The only number 1 to fall is the ultimate number 1 in Penn State. But Aurora, William Patterson, and Northern Arizona will all escape with wins on day 1.
Center ice, and now the wind up again. We're working on the broadcast deck. Shot that missed, the rebound. Around the boards and all the way down.
Gonna update the stats as we go. Like to provide up-to-the-minute information. Or as much as we possibly can.
So now the skate out once more.
And you can hear Rambajan in the background signaling the end of the penalty.
We are live, so that's a good thing. Power play is over. Eagles 0 for 2. That shot stick saved by Opperman and into the netting. Of course, Andrew Shapiro got to turn down his mic because he's going to be going for an interview.
Yes, sir.
Face off with 1:05 to go in the opening period. Off the draw. Sent up and now out of the zone. Cable with it from center, a dump in. And then we get a stoppage of play. Face-off will come out of the zone here with 54.2 seconds to go in the opening period. 1-0 Florida Gulf Coast. Jordan Klotz getting the goal for the Eagles at the 14:43 mark. That's the lone tally to this point. Puck back in the Northern Colorado zone. Retreating on it, Timothy Knutson, number 16. Pass on ahead and deflected out towards center and back into the Florida Gulf Coast zone. Behind the net, the Eagles will set things up. Diagonal pass, finding a stick of Stephen Noyes, number 26. Drops it on back. 25 to go, opening period. Knocked up along the wall into center ice. Moving forward with this one is the number 21 of Brandon Beard. Puts it around the net, 13 to go, first period. Up the wall and out to center. Going back on it is Noyes. Noyes puts it around the wall. Logan Garst on the other side. And Garst stick handles through and peels back in the first period. Will come to an end. One goal put across in the first period.
University of Northern Colorado.
Courtesy of Jordan Klotz.
Shots on goal for Florida Gulf Coast. They had 14.
14 shots for Florida Gulf Coast. And 8 for Northern Colorado in that first period of play. Andrew Shapiro is down at ice level. In just a moment here, we'll get him with Coach Kelly Newton. Go ahead.
Thanks, Brad. I'm here with assistant coach Ken Fickus. And Coach, what was your message to you guys coming into tonight's game?
Well, we just want to make sure they could get through the first 5 minutes. They've never been here before, a lot of jitters, and we just want to make sure they could get a good start, and we did.
So how do you combat jitters like that, knowing that a lot of these guys have never been to the national tournament?
Well, I think they got through it. We've been pounding that into their heads that you got to get through the first 5 and go from there. I think we played better towards the end. Got to stay out of the box.
Down 1 after the first period. What's the message going into the second?
We can play with these guys. We know they're number 2 in the country, and we're new to this, so we're fine with that. We know we just got to keep playing, play our game. Got to score, get a little more.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Back up to you, Brett.
Thank you very much. We'll take a timeout here. When we come back, we're going to go on radio timeout for a little while. Our score at the end of 1, Florida Gulf Coast 1, Northern Colorado 0. You're watching the 2018 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships here on the ACHA Network. Back here at the Ohio Health Chiller North. 2 more periods of hockey, perhaps a third.
Oh, half a third.
Oh, half of it, yeah. That'd be the overtime, if we need it. 1-0 Florida Gulf Coast. Second period underway. No carryover power play time for either side going into period number 2. Bears going from left to right here. Eagles right to left in the whites.
However, it is worth noting the Florida Gulf Coast power play did go 0 for 2 in the opening frame.
Correct. Shot totals in the first, 14-8 in favor of the Eagles. As this puck goes behind and in the corner. Now around the boards this goes. Trying to get it out, not able to do so. Excuse me. Second effort does get out to center. And an onside play. And dump in goes hard around. Near sideboards, trying to send it down low is Michael Haskins, number 20. Comes back, Haskins gloves it down, rides his shoulders for a moment before he spins around and then gets into a board battle in the corner with Brian Brink, number 5. Puck battled for still. And now the Eagles come away with it. Brett Yoakum. Over it goes. There's a goal over on ring 2. Eduardo Leon centered out front. Jordan Klotz. Save made. Rebound hit the post. Leon sends it down behind the net.
I don't know how Yoakum didn't slam that one home. Looked like he had the whole net.
To the blue line, but not out. Sent down low. A cross-ice pass deflected. Comes up and gathered now by Jacob Leonard. Now out come the Bears the other way. Brink has it. Swept off his stick from behind. The Eagles counterattack. Onside play for corner. Shot save made. Opperman. The rebound loose. Score!
That's Klotz again.
Jordan Klotz has 2. The Eagles have 2. It's a 2-0 lead for Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah, great play for Klotz hanging out on the back door there. Puck just happened to bounce onto his stick. Well, I could be mistaken. I thought it was Klotz.
I thought it was 2, but... Oh, no, that's not. That's the corner. 17, not 12.
Ah, that'll do her. So Joshua Corner gets on the board.
I looked, I saw it. I'm like, oh, wait a second. That's not them.
Yeah, I didn't see the C on the front of the jersey for the captaincy of Jordan Klotz.
No, that was an A. So... Wong gets an assist, a lone assist. And in the meantime, UNH has scored on try, and it's a 1-0 Wildcat lead over on rink 2. Work back to the point. The hold shot save made by Opperman off the one-timer from Leonard. Rebound is going to be cleared out now by the Bears. Long diagonal pass and an onside play. Long shot glove by Rambajan, and he holds on. Now, Andrew, if you want to look at the regions through day number 1, as we look at the 4 groups, I mean, you're talking, I believe the West region is 1 and 2 today, with Northern Arizona winning. The Central region, oh, that's a big hit. Sable gets up from it.
Yes, West 1 and 2 with Northern Arizona, the only victor there. Northeast region thus far,
turnover inside, and not never getting on net.
Northeast region thus far is a perfect 3-0. UNH playing on the other side could make it 4.
Played with a high stick, so the face-off will come out of the zone.
Then you have the Southeast region. You had Liberty falling earlier today to Northeastern. You had Penn State falling earlier today. Florida Gulf Coast is playing now.
And the only one left.
Toledo and lost.
Toledo lost.
So the Southeast region yet to record a victory.
0-3.
And then you have the Central region with Aurora winning. You had Lindenwood winning.
This deflected all the way down.
You have Trine playing now. And you had Adrian falling.
Yes.
So the Central 2-1. The Southeast yet to record a victory.
0-3 right now. Northeast 3-0, and the West 1-2.
Yep, so right down the line.
Neutral zone and a dump in now by the number 11 of Keep Narco-Pain. Around the boards on the far side this goes, sent along further by the Eagles. Bears now pick it up and will skate it on out. 16:09 to go, second period, 2-0 Florida Gulf Coast. Turnover, Siebold in shooting and a save, Rambajan, and he holds on. Not for lack of opportunities for the Northern Colorado, just haven't been able to put it home. Siebold, I should say, not Siebold. My apologies.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
Siebold.
Yeah, the Bears have done an excellent job of trying to get through this Florida Gulf Coast team, and they've had some opportunities. Rambajan's had to fight a couple shots off, but for the most part, I mean, the score does kind of dictate how the first period and a half almost has gone.
It's definitely, surely an indicator. I shouldn't say definitely, but surely. Now cross ice pass, trying to control Jack Laviolette, number 4, the son of the Nashville Predators head coach, Peter Laviolette. This one comes out to center.
And by the way, faculty advisor for the Eagles is Mark Laviolette.
That's offside, so a neutral zone face-off to come. 15:36 to go, second period. 2-0 Florida Gulf Coast. Of course, we have a Nashville Predators connection up here.
Yes, we do. Our good friend, friend of the broadcast, Mr. Pete Weber.
We'll always say hi to Pete Weber. It's, again, a Tennessee Broadcaster of the Year, so what else is new?
Yeah.
So, congratulations to him. And
well deserved.
Always a job well done by,
of
by
course.
Pete Weber.
Of course. And
this one dumped into the zone.
And of course, you know, I'm sure this was covered up by Opperman. And I'm sure people, you know, they think, oh, they always say this. They always have to say this. But generally, Pete Weber is a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah,
his wife, a very, very sweet young lady.
Yes.
The both of them. I mean, I've only met them the one time, but I had the distinct pleasure of actually getting to sit there and talk about Saturday Night Live skits with Pete Weber over a couple of beers. That was kind of fun.
Onside, an opportunity that time for Hebel, couldn't get it through. By the way, Nashville not playing tonight, so Peter Laviolette might be watching this game.
And if that's the case, hello, Coach Laviolette as well.
Welcome aboard. Welcome to the fun factory that is the ACHA Division II National Championships. In front score! A wrister from the slot! Eduardo Leon! 3-0! Eagles!
Well, that was a bullet off the stick of Leon. Offerman had no chance to stop that one. 5:01 into the third period. Florida Gulf Coast in danger of breaking this one open early. 3-1, they lead the Bears.
Well, you're off on a couple of things. Second period and 3-0.
My apologies. My apologies.
He's rattled.
Not rattled. Dyslexic, maybe.
In the meantime, the Eagles. Klotz has got his second point, I should say.
And Yoakum gets the secondary.
In the meantime, in his own save, Opperman holds on. Leon from Klotz and Yoakum. 5:05 time of the goal, he said.
This net is really getting to me. It's like the fourth or fifth time today that I've done that.
Comes out to center and foot race is on, but winning it that time is Solera. Turned it over to move it. Bailey score! Mitchell Bailey answers one back for the Bears. It's 3-1.
That's another great shot. This one by Northern Colorado. Mitchell Bailey, he reads the play, comes in. It looked like he was going to go glove side over Rambajan, but he went far side blocker, beat Rambajan on that one.
And I will say this, 5:36 time of the goal.
So just 21 seconds.
31 seconds. Yeah, 31 seconds.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Math not,
right.
not working for you today. Turnover again. Arista goal off. Save by Rambajan.
Unassisted goal for Mitchell Bailey. And as I sit here and shake my head, Brett shakes his head in disbelief at the save that Bradley Rambajan just made.
A little flare on the kick out.
Oh, for sure.
14-12 to go, second period, 3-1. Northern Colorado trailing Florida Gulf Coast. Be careful. You don't want to get that delay game. And now off the draw. Here go the Eagles out to center. Onside play for our Kilpain. Into the near side corner. Checked on the play by Chase Upson, number 2. Puck goes into the far corner now. Still battled for. Kilpain now gets it. Circle. Shooting just wide. Missed that post on his near side.
Gotta say, it's still very weird to see a number 10 that's not Danny Echeverry.
Danny Echeverry, by the way, gets his first goal in the ECHL the other night. Here's a blast shrugged off by Opperman. The rebound comes up. Echeverry getting his, he's on loan. As this is going to be a penalty call behind the play. Hand pass is going to be called. A little pushing and shoving afterwards. Cross check. And a power play to come for the Eagles.
Third penalty of the game for Northern Colorado. And I've got 6:31.
You are correct.
Time of the penalty. There we go. Got it right. But yes, to finish your thought, Brett, Dan Echeverry scores his first goal in the ECHL for the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. And of all places to do it, he does it at Germain Arena, which happens to be the home of the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles.
As well as the Florida Everblades, who he scored against. Back out to the point, the hold. The shot save made by Opperman, he holds on. That other number 10, who's had a good year this season, Eric Maybe, with 8 goals and 24 assists in the regular campaign with the last shot.
Yes, sir. There's no slouch there when you pick when you lose a guy like Echeverry. You don't replace him with somebody who's not going to play and not going to play well.
No. But Florida Gulf Coast always churning out the good teams.
Oh, for sure. They've been a national contender. I think. What do we say? They've been to three of the last
4 championships.
Yes.
4 of the last 7, I believe it is. Which I'll give you that. Nope. Shapiro's going to look it up. We both reached at the same time. Spitting out of a check, trying to at least, is Bailey. Now the turn. Here go the Eagles. Skating ahead, Leone. Eduardo Leone tried to dip through. Good check that time by Jason Francischini. Another hit behind the net, taking the shoulder, is Brett Yoakum.
It was 4 out of 5 before last year when they were knocked out.
There's a save into the netting. So 4 out of the last 6.
They were 4 out of 5 last year. They were knocked out of pool play by eventual champions NYU. And before that, it was 5 out of 7.
It's a great run. They've won 2 national championships. One of only 3 teams in this tournament. 13 teams out of the 16 looking for their first national championship. The only 3 that have won it before, well, these Florida Gulf Coast Eagles have done it twice. University of New Hampshire over on Rink 2 did it once. And Toledo, the inaugural one, back in 1992.
They defeated the University of Kentucky.
Deflected shot over the bar. I don't think they've been back to the title game since.
No, they have not.
Controlling this now and trying to center a pass was corner, but that's intercepted and sent out. So the recoil. And Florida Gulf Coast skates it up. Nice pass on the left wing side into Zone Mullally. Mullally center, gives a pass on off back to the point, and Leonard goes across. Diagonal pass for the one time in the corner, had to go off a broken stick. That's why. Always frustrating when the stick gives out on you.
Oh, for sure. That's a waste of $300.
I usually say $250, but I guess it's $3 in these days.
Oh, for sure it's $3.
This is out of the zone. Although, if you're like me, you choose to go with the old wood sticks.
The old Sherwood 50-30s, I believe they were.
I won't go that far. But Easton makes wood sticks that I like.
Yes, they do.
There's a wrist shot that's blocked down. $25, you can get a whole bunch of them, and while you break one, just get another one. Oh, that's onside, barely in. Shot just missed. It looked like it could have been offside, but they played it on. Beard had that last shot. Line change on, or partial one. Save made Opperman, a rebound loose.
Dangerously close to too many men for Florida Gulf Coast there.
Bouncing puck and the Bears out to center. Chip in that time by Boring. Back on it is Logan Garst. Pass on ahead, and the Eagles come out as a little shuffle ahead going into the Northern Colorado zone. Slung right back out to center. Not able to control is Haskins. Onside play in the move in for Hebel. Trine just scored. It's 2-1. UNH leads Trine in that game. So they're getting up and down. Onside skate. Here's a shot deflected around a little bit.
Our early predictions for that pool said that this game tonight between Trine and UNH could very well be for the bracket.
Yeah. That's predictions we made weeks ago. Now here's a blast for the point. Save made Opperman. The rebound goes into the corner. A tie-up ensues. Still trying to work free. Finally does. And Northern Colorado trying to break out of the zone. 9:37 to go. Second period. 3-1 the score. Florida Gulf Coast with the lead. Off the half boards, out to center. A big hit put on in the corner. Here go the Eagles. Maybe. Eric Maybe trying to split through the defense, couldn't do so. And now Northern Colorado goes the other way, 3-on-3. A wrist shot. That's why the net might have been deflected. Brink's shot rejected, back out to the neutral zone. Bouncing puck corralled. Taggart moves it along and can't catch up to it. Second effort, center ice, moving around a little bit, is Colin Chamelka, number 17.
Good move by Chamelka there to hold the blue line, intercept, and go dingle-dangle through a couple of Eagles.
Definitely like some dangles.
Oh, yes.
Onside play for the Eagles. Nice pass across, trying to line it up was Eric Maybe, couldn't do so. Back out it comes, here's a foot race. And a pair of 22s cancel each other out. Drake Stimpson and Cameron Taggart. Florida Gulf Coast and Northern Colorado, respectively. 8.5 to go, second period, 3-1. Florida Gulf Coast leads. Bears have the puck back. Bailey flips it up and doesn't touch the rafters.
I thought it was going to, too.
I thought it was hanging up there.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the rink would have had a permanent souvenir. There is a puck up there if you look carefully enough.
Yeah, I see it.
Here's a snapshot and a save made by Ramajan off of the Gonzalez wrister, and he gets the whistle with 8:08 to go. Period number 2 in a 3-1 scoreline in favor of Florida Gulf Coast. The Ohio Valley official. Let me try this again. Ohio Valley Hockey Officials Association, along with the Ohio Health Chiller Rinks, proud sponsors and everything of the ACHA National Tournaments, as well as our friends at R Bar and the Three-Legged Mare in downtown Columbus, and Marathon Oil, fueling the American spirit. All presenting sponsors of the ACHA men's and women's national championships. All of them, all 5 divisions.
And of course, we do want to thank the Columbus Blue Jackets for being gracious hosts, not just this year, but last year as well. They really set the bar high for the tournament and what this city can provide and what the tournament can become. Because we've seen tournaments that have been run very, very smoothly. We've seen tournaments that have been run not quite so smoothly.
Right.
But the entire, everybody in the Blue Jackets organization that has reached out to help us out, everybody here with the Ohio Sports Commission has just been wonderful. And I mean, we've wanted for nothing this time around, which is, we're just pleased as punch to be here.
Yes. And we get away from snowy New Jersey to come to snowy Columbus a little bit. Not nearly as much as we have in northern New Jersey, but okay. And get to enjoy a week out here covering this national tournament, which has been so great, and it's been improved every year offside against Florida Gulf Coast. We joined on in 2014, Andrew, and it's just gotten better every time since.
Oh, for sure. I remember 2014 when they put us up in out in Marlborough, Massachusetts, at New England Sports Center, and they had us spread out over 6 rinks, trying to fill as many games as we could. There were guys running back and forth. I think we were grabbing people off the stage just to fill in color commentary. I know we had Rasty McGibbon had to jump in and play doctor for a hot minute, but
which is a normal job anyway. But
yes, sir. But I mean, he likes to escape from being a doctor every once in a while. But it's been nothing but great ever since we joined on.
Save made, rebound popped over the net, still battled for another shot from the slot. That time by Leonard goes wide. They battle in the corner for this. Loose puck finally kicked out, and the Bears just clear it out to center. Going back on this one is Matthew Solera. Solera spins around the near sideboards. Moving ahead is Jordan Klotz. A cross-ice pass, and it's an onside one. Eagles into the zone 3-on-3. Now 4-on-4. Everybody else joins the fray. In tight, and a save made by Opperman. Rebound comes up and out to center. Here's a sprint out 1-on-1. Trying to make a move. Some dangles. Garrett Wood knocked down. Wood grabbed the stick, no call. Here goes Klotz the other way, one on forever. Klotz still chips it into the zone, puts the shoulder in, gets mashed up against the board, still battled for. Now a bunch of others come in to help out, and the Bears come away with the puck. 6.5 to go, second period, 3-1. Florida Gulf Coast with the lead. An onside skate, Vieira. Vieira shooting, and a save made. Robinson had a little trouble with it, but eventually corrals and holds on with 6:20 to go here in the second.
Robinson's been fighting the puck all night, Brett. I wonder if he's having trouble finding the puck. I wonder if he's actually having trouble with some nerves, maybe. This is the first start that he's had in a while, especially in the national tournament. It's always been Tyler Tracy's job, and before him it was always Mike Reed. So even though Robinson's a senior, he really hasn't seen too much action in the way of national tournament games.
Off the draw, the Eagles will come out to center. Skating ahead with this one and chipping it into the zone was Fogarty. Tito Opperman nearly losing it, stick handling down low, and the puck knocked into the netting. Opperman came out to play that puck and really got himself into a problem.
Yeah, he turned into a sixth defenseman there, Brett.
Now, one of the linesmen realized that the puck had been put back into the playing surface, so just threw the extra one back to the scorer's table. Off the time, a backhand save, Opperman, and he holds.
That's a great play by Brandon Fogarty. He basically took that puck. He took control of the play right from the word go. Puck dropped, he picked up the puck, and he was just doing everything in his power. He just couldn't get by Opperman.
Off the draw. Puck in the corner. Now picked up by Fogarty. Arco Payne. Fogarty once more. Goes shoulder to shoulder with Brian Brink. Back around it goes. Arco Payne once more. Around the net. Worked it back out to the point. Logan Garst with a shot that's tipped in front. Maybe also getting a piece of it was Opperman. Puck comes up and out to center.
Good jump there by Maybe.
Yeah, he had some ups on that one. Puck loose in the neutral zone now. Here come the Bears on side of the same made. Robinson directed that one aside definitely.
And again, Rambajan putting a rebound out for Northern Colorado to have a whack at.
I don't know if he had much of a choice on that one. Shot came through a screen. Why do I feel like the back of my jacket's all scratched up?
Oh, you're fine there. I apologize. I'm not scratching your back.
No, it's all good.
I mean, I like you, but, you know.
No, exactly. If my wife was listening in, she'd be wondering. So would your fiance.
Yes, this is true.
Bouncing puck comes up to the blue line, but not out. She probably is wondering right about now.
My fiance is asleep. I know that much.
Unless she's got the game on while she's falling asleep.
No, she told me she's asleep.
As this goes out of play, yeah. You might get a text in 5 minutes. Who knows?
Train's off the rails.
Yep. Hey, listen, it happens. By the way, speaking of family, I'm just going to mention this on air. She's sleeping. I know that right now. But we got all these, student athletes here, and a lot of good student athletes at that. Here's a shot that goes wide. And we'll carry on with this one in a moment. But it has to do with the academic side of things. In the corner now. Corner sends it up to the blue line. A bouncing puck. Opperman will cover and get a whistle with 4:21 to go in the second. But so we got all these student athletes out here, but I'm a proud father because back home my daughter Serena just got named her school student of the month for March,
which is fantastic.
So and we all, academics is important with everybody here. And we hear all this stuff about the bad stories about what's going on in the NCAA with basketball and all that stuff. And here in the ACHA, a lot of academic placement. Because these guys know that there's life after the sport.
And last year, when we were reading off the academic All-Americans, 15 out of the 16 teams had representatives on that list, which was just such a great honor to see.
Out of the zone, here's Bailey. Leaves off. Taggart, a shot save made. The rebound swatted into the corner. Some of those teams have multiple
Most of them did.
A lot of players on it, not just 2 or 3. I'm talking about 7 or 8.
Yeah, most of them did.
Onside play here. Trying to slip through the defense. Is Wong not able to do so?
And we'll have the presentation of the academic All-Americans later on this weekend as well.
Yep.
Make sure we give those kids their recognition because it is very much well-deserved.
So while I get my proud Papa moment out of the way, I also want to recognize that there are a ton of them. It's something that Commissioner Jay Peacock is especially proud of every single season.
Oh, for sure.
To see the lists.
I'm proud to say I was an academic All-American, actually.
Yes. Recognized in a national championship yourself with the William Patterson Pioneers back in the day.
Oh, we never won a national title. We won a league title, but never a national title.
No, but you went to the national championships.
No, we did not.
You never did as a player?
No, sir. The one year that I played for William Patterson University was the one year that William Patterson University was not in the national tournament.
And they won the Super 80 because they got knocked out by NYU in the regionals.
Yes, sir.
Remember that game well.
Yeah, me too.
Shot goes wide. The rebound to the far corner. This deflects up and out to center.
But the good news is that year actually gave birth to the broadcasting career that you have before me.
That's right. You joined the broadcast crew then, and by the way, the next year you came out to Boston with us.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
There's a shot deflected up into the netting, stoppage of play, and that's why Mr. Shapiro stands next to myself right now.
And you know what? I'll say this. When national time comes around, there's nowhere I'd rather be than up here in the broadcast booth.
This is so much fun, isn't it?
Oh, God, ain't it just.
2:33 to go, second period, 3-1 Florida Gulf Coast. John Peterson's to our left. I'm working on getting 3 microphones for tomorrow. It's going to happen.
He assures me.
It's going to happen.
Oh, I know it's going to happen because
that's provided. Now, if they get another cameraman, then we'll just go. We'll stay with the 2-man crew. Penalty call coming up.
Should go against Florida Gulf, actually.
It looks like it. Hooking's going to be the call, and so it'll be the first power play of the game. It's
going to be Eddie Leone going to the box for hooking. I've got 17:36 on the clock. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You are not wrong.
Cool. Getting better at this.
I forget who got the penalty before. I didn't even write that down.
No, me neither, because I didn't hear it.
Yes.
I didn't see the penalty. I didn't hear the penalty.
See no evil, hear no evil.
Speak no evil.
Puck put behind the net, now hard around the boards and out to center. Shapiro's got those power play and penalty kill numbers for each of these teams in front of him.
As a matter of fact, I do. Coming into the game, Florida Gulf Coast killing penalties off at an 82.2% click, good for 12th among tournament teams. Northern Colorado connecting on the power play, 25% on the button, top 8 of tournament teams. And we gave you the other numbers around. Florida Gulf Coast coming in, converting power plays 26.8, that's good for 6th in tournament, and 81.7 on the
short-handed effort, a move in speed. Save made, Opperman. Rebound behind Wong with the opportunity. Now Leonard in the corner.
It was a good save on the rebound, too. Wong came in and almost tucked one in under the blocker of Opperman.
Short-handed again. Corner shooting. Blocker save. Telescoping out that time, Opperman. Rebound shuffled across, and now the Bears. 2 opportunities there for this one up into the air conditioning ducts above and stopping play. And a timeout, 1:24 to go, second period. Northern Colorado cannot change their lines. 1:01 to go on the Bears power play. By the way, let's give a shout out right now. AJ Bolden doing an excellent job. Just trying to, and we know we've had technical difficulties during the course of the day, and they've worked tirelessly at making sure everything is running as best as it can. It's light years difference from what we were going through last year. So a good job, AJ Bolden, the rest of the crew, for just doing tireless work right now.
Absolutely, and the production that you see before you is a result of all the hard work that AJ and his crew did behind the scenes, and we would literally would not be anywhere without him and his crew.
Well, shot goes wide. There goes Shapiro down for an interview as this one gets sent all the way down once more. Out to center, and now the Bears move in. Onside play now for Seibold. They turned it over, sent all the way down. Opperman comes out to play it. 3-1 Florida Gulf Coast. Final 20 seconds of the period. Northern Colorado 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Puck turned over. Sharp angle. Here's a shot, a riser. It gets the glass. Near point Haskins. Sent around the net, picking it up corner. Try to put out in front, does so, but not but blue jerseys around. And the period comes to an end.
The score after the second period of play, the Florida
So,
University Eagles 3.
a pair of goals in quick succession for Florida Gulf Coast. Gives them a 3-0 lead.
For Florida Gulf Coast.
As the shots come in.
20 shots in the second.
20 for Florida Gulf Coast
34.
in the second period for 34 for 2 periods.
7 shots in the second, and their 2 period total.
7 for Northern Colorado, 15 through 2. Andrew Shapiro down at ice level with Bob Brinkworth. Go ahead.
Thanks, Brett. I'm here with head coach Bob Brinkworth. And Coach, what were your thoughts on that second period for your team? How'd they play?
Well, we had a lot of really good opportunities, and we didn't put as many pucks in the net as we probably should have with the opportunities we had. This is the first competitive game we've had in the last 6 weeks because of the break and not going to regionals. So a little rusty, but team skating well, and we're creating opportunities.
You guys had the lead after 40 minutes. What's the message to your guys to come out with a W after 60?
Just the same way we've been playing. We wait for our opportunities. We're pretty conservative on defense and try to control the puck with the defense coming up the ice with speed. So anyways, it's a good position to be in going into the third period. We haven't given them a lot of chances, and we just need to continue to play that way.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Brett.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And Coach Brinkworth will go on some media silence for a little while. I know you get tired of hearing our voices all night long. Our score at the end of 2, Florida Gulf Coast 3 and Northern Colorado 1. You're watching the 2018 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships on the ACHA Network. poison rain, where the streets have no name. I gotta stop singing the song because
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
No, it's off anyway. So.
Oh, Bon, no, you don't.
Oh, come on. Third period about to start. 3-1 Florida Gulf Coast. Shapiro just went down that road.
I guess I'm just living on the edge.
Yeah. Oh God. Brent Luthner, Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson on the camera. Hit put on at center ice. Northern Colorado with the puck. There in the blue jerseys going right to left. Florida Gulf Coast in the white jerseys going right, left to right. That shot deflected over the bar. Wow.
Yep.
You just doubled down.
Okay, and all of a sudden the offense on Ring 2 is picking up. It's 4-2 UNH.
Wow.
That game in the second period.
Excuse me while the offense comes and gets to work.
Yeah, really. I mean, I think they're taking the cue of the William Patterson-Adrian game that just played. 14 goals in that one over 60 minutes. This one's got 6 goals over a little over 20.
Puck around in the corner now. Florida Gulf Coast 2-goal lead here in the third. Garst, I should say, sends down low, gets the return pass. Cross ice, the feed, the shot by Maybe is deflected behind the net, knocked that way by Opperman. Rebound, controlled in the corner. Northern Colorado sends it out to center, swatted forward. No hand pass as the Bears will pick it up. Line change on for the Eagles. A minute 15 into the third. One step around the skate ahead, backhand pass by Brink, cross ice. And now in come Northern Colorado. Shot stick to side by Ramajan. Tell you what, Shapiro, that shot another stick save, Ramajan. In that second period, Florida Gulf Coast, after they gave up that goal, really limited the opportunities for Northern Colorado.
Absolutely, they did. The Eagles really clamped down defensively. And, I mean, Northern Colorado, even though they had the one power play, they really didn't get too much on it. I mean, they've come out here like a team possessed. They're looking to try to beat Ramajan. There's another shot from the point. And they're looking to try to do anything they can. Florida Gulf Coast looks like they're still in the locker room here, Brett.
And now here come the Eagles out to center. It's a 3-on-3 moving forward. Cross ice pass corner. Shooting! Score! Waited for the screen! And it's a 3-goal lead for the Eagles once again, 4-1.
Beat him 5-hole on that one.
.208 into the third period. And Corner's second has put Florida Gulf Coast in a rather sunny situation here on a Friday night.
Well done. Well done, sir.
Sent around the boards. So Corner's got his second. Wong's got his second assist. Both of them on corner goals.
That connection seems to work for Bob Brinkworth.
Around the net this goes on the far side. And Keaton Arcopane gets it out to center. Deflected pass, picked up on the near side. Joel Lenhart, number 13. Trying to get into the zone, and now puck just knocked around a little bit. Bears have it once more. Lenhart, once again, dumps into the zone.
That's Lenhart, okay.
Just making sure.
Yeah, of course. Can never be too careful.
Cross ice pass on the stick of Solera. That was one across that doesn't connect with Maybe. Still, they dig along for it. Puck comes out to center ice. And the recoil once more. Snapped right back in. Waffle boarded aside by Opperman.
Offside of the Eagles as Maybe was slow to get back to his feet after that check in front of the Bears bench.
Onside skate and into the zone. Norris. Back behind the Eagles. Going around the boards goes. Laviolette's got it. Puck put out to center ice. Swatted out a couple of times. And the Bears pick it up. And a hand pass is going to be called. And so, face-off in the Northern Colorado zone. 16:29 to go. Third period. 4-1. Florida Gulf Coast leads.
The Eagles, I mean, I know they were back on their heels for that little rush that the Bears had, but overall, I mean, they have the luxury of having that 2-goal lead coming into the third period that they can afford to give Northern Colorado a little bit of time as this one goes all the way down for icing. They can give the Bears a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a, I don't want to say a nudge, but like a little bit of something just to get them a little offensive pressure. Obviously, it's not something you want, but it's not the end of the world that Northern Colorado had that, 2 or 3 minutes of sustained offensive zone pressure.
Off the tie-up, controlled by the Eagles. Shot from the point, blocked off, goes behind the net. Centered out in front, a bouncing puck still loose. Backhand shot that time by Beard, goes wide. Rebound up to the blue line, but not out. The hold, pass across, and Noyes sets it up. One-time pass is intercepted. A 3-on-2 break the other way, but then the pass across is intercepted again. The skate out. Here's Laviolette. Jack Laviolette. His wrist shot blocked off. Goes into the corner, and Laviolette chops away at the puck. Now behind the net, the Bears try to come out. Deflected pass, however. Second effort, intercepted. Nearly the turnover, and a loose puck does come to the neutral zone. McKee sends in, comes off for a change. 15:30 to go, third period, 4-1, Florida Gulf Coast. And really what's Shapiro starting to shape up is, this is the one game that feels like it's one team has played better than the other all the way through.
Absolutely. Well, the one game that we have seen.
Yes.
Because on the other side, Penn State and UMass, all reports have said that UMass really did dominate that game. And, I mean, on this rink, it's just been a lot of close games. Denver and Aurora, the score would not tell you the final story, as that one was very much a back-and-forth affair, with Denver falling short 6-3 that one. First game of the day was Liberty Northeastern. That was a 3-2 affair, very close. And then, of course, the roller coaster that was the William Patterson Adrian College game. I mean, good Lord, I don't know about you. I know you were on camera for that, but I had a lot of fun with that game.
Yep.
I'm sure it gave a lot of people heart attacks on both sides, and we apologize in advance. Please don't send us any hospital bills.
Well, the fans that were here too, that game, the Adrian fans were right in front of our broadcast position here, and they were loud and boisterous the first 5 minutes of the game, thinking that nothing could go wrong, and then the machine that was William Patterson kicked into gear.
And they rattled off 6 straight goals.
And the William Patterson fans, who were all pins and needles for the first 5 to 10 minutes of that game.
They pulled them back out for the third, I'll say that.
Yeah, they did.
And there's another goal in the rink behind us. We'll get you that update in just a few minutes.
Mayhem going on Ring 2.
But you know what? Mayhem is going on all over the tournament, and that's really what makes this tournament so great. We joke about it, and we joke about all the craziness and all the different things that happen, but it really does speak to the character of this league, to the character of Division II, and just to the specialness of the tournament, that every team can come in here and really have a chance and really be able to just go in there and I would use a different terminology, as we have a penalty behind the play on Northern Colorado, but really just throw a monkey wrench to everybody's plans.
Penalty is going to be holding. And so, it looks like it's going to be Florida Gulf Coast back to the power play.
Yes, sir. They are 0 for 3 with the man advantage today, as Garrett Wood gets 2 minutes for holding, and that at the 6:02 mark of the third period.
Oh for 3 are the Eagles on the power play. Cross-ice pass, nearly 1 for 4, but not getting all of that shot. That time was Wong.
I apologize. It was actually Liam McKee who got the penalty.
Nope, Wood. It was Wood.
It was Wood. I just heard him say McKee.
Wood got it. Save made Opperman the rebound loose and goes into the netting.
I'm hearing things again.
Yep.
Hearing things, seeing things. It's another day in life.
Face off in the meantime to the right of Ashton Opperman. Update over there, 5-2 UNH.
Devin Sprague getting on the board for the Wildcats.
That's a trying team that does not allow goals too often.
And that's a UNH team that really doesn't usually score a whole lot.
No, and UNH has popped 5 in against them.
Well, then again, look back at their regional final game against Connecticut College.
Yeah,
now, the quality of opponent may not have been quite as good, but they still put up 7.
Yeah, that was one that UNH pretty much had control of from the get-go.
And they look like they're back at it again tonight.
Shane's are the team that won the national championship in 2014.
When you get hot at the right time, you get hot.
The only difference is that team in 2014 had a hot goaltender in Dylan Palmer.
Well, Sullivan's playing pretty damn good himself.
Score on a deflection! Power play goal in front. It was tipped out of midair. Might have been corner, or it might have been down low. I couldn't tell who else. 5-1, Florida Gulf Coast running away.
My guess would be Malali, if anything, but I don't know. It's a power play goal. First power play goal of the night for Florida Gulf.
7-11, time of the goal.
That's what I thought. So we'll wait for the official announcement to see who gets credit for it. But either way, it's the 5th goal for the Eagles, and like you said, Brett, this one, Florida Gulf Coast looks like they're kind of running away with this now. Yep. That's not to say that something can't happen. I mean, this is Northern Colorado team is very talented.
Yeah, and they've come back. They've shown the medal before. Yep, you're right.
Yep, Trevor Malali. Corner and Wong get the assists.
3-point nights for both. Wong 3 assists. Corner 2 and 1. To the point, a shot blocked and a rebound.
Still 12 minutes left to play, so who knows?
Onside skate here and into the zone. Trying to work through Fogarty. Crunched up by a couple of players. Arco Payne moves it around the boards. Now maybe. Put it down low again. A couple players swat away at the puck. And this will come up and out to center. Back in comes Drake Stimpson. Stimpson trying to slide one across. That's broken up. Okay, so no Wong assist. Leonard gets the assist instead of Wong.
So we'll update that on our stats. So it's still a 2-point night for David Wong.
In the meantime, play down low. And onside of the Eagles. Yeah, nice poke check. Puck comes out to center.
Good job there by Paul Norris to get his stick in and break up the play.
Moving ahead with this one. Seibold. He turns it over. Eagles right back into the zone. Not able to control his beard. Trying to get on to this puck, and instead the Bears have it. Lenhart moves ahead, just off the stick, swept off the stick of Mitchell Bailey. Puck goes behind the net. Gathered there by Michael Haskins. Around the boards and out to center. And now the Eagles come racing forward. Onside skate, trying to work his way around. Unable to do so is Laviolette. And now out come the Bears the other way. Chamelka trying to split through the defense and can't quite do so. Laviolette just wields it out to center and stays in the zone. Barely.
A great keep in there. That by Mitchell Bailey.
Now spinning it over, check Laviolette, but then he lost the puck. Works hard to get back into the play. Good stick lift there, and Jack Laviolette then had his stick lifted. Still spins it out of the zone. Bunted back down. A cross ice pass knocked into the Northern Colorado zone. 10.5 to go. Third period, 5-1. Florida Gulf Coast with the lead. Onside skate, a little bit of a drop pass. Centered in front, not able to get there. Steven Noyes turns it around and goes the other way. Laviolette sends it deeper, no icing, as Opperman comes out to play. Line change on for the Eagles. And right now, as we're seeing it, chaps, Florida Gulf Coast, compared what we've seen so far today, looks like the best team in this pool.
For sure. Not even a question.
Of course, there's 2 other days for all that to change. This goes all the way down for icing.
Now, tomorrow's going to be an interesting game because Florida Gulf Coast is going to play Adrian. Adrian's going to be hot after that loss to William Patterson today. And Adrian's a team that can steal a game, and as noted by the fact that they came out and put up 3 in the first 5 minutes. William Patterson, on the other hand, is going to play University of Northern Colorado, who, I mean, don't sleep on them, Brett.
You don't want to take any opponent for granted. We've seen that today. When a 4 beats a 1, and that being the number 1 team in the nation, I think it's safe to say that you don't want to take anyone for granted.
This is very true.
On the number 2 team in the nation, William Patterson, had themselves all sorts of difficulty today. Cross-ice pass. Here's a shot. Save made. The rebound hopped over Klotz's stick.
He was parked on the back door, but he just couldn't bang it home.
Back into the Eagle zone this goes. A long pass to Leon. Onside. Klotz and a glove save by Opperman. Ashton Opperman flashing the leather. 9:07 to go in the third. 5-1 Florida Gulf Coast. Want to thank our sponsors for this year's 2018 ACHA National Championships. The R-Bar in downtown Columbus, the best place to watch hockey. And the Three-Legged Mare, great lunch and dinner, both on North Front Street in downtown Columbus.
Right next to Nationwide Arena, staying open late for hockey games.
And also Marathon Oil, fueling the American spirit. I want to thank them as well as the Ohio Health Children Ice Rinks, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Ohio Valley Hockey Officials Association for helping to provide the referees all weekend long.
And we also want to thank the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Greater Columbus Sports Commission.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that one.
There you go.
Greater Columbus Sports Commission as well. We apologize on that one just a moment ago. 9:07 to go in the third. 5-1. Florida Gulf Coast leads. Brent Luther, Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson doing the cameras for us in this game. And, well, it's been what's expected of Florida Gulf Coast.
Yes, this game is pretty much running by the book. Florida Gulf Coast, they jumped out to a 3-0 lead, a goal by University of Northern Colorado, and then 2 answers back by Florida Gulf, including a power play goal. Josh Corner working on a 2-goal night. Jordan Klotz has a 2-point night. David Wong has a 2-point night. So it's like we said, very textbook as this one goes up and out of play. And you heard Bob Brinkworth. He said that he wants to make sure his team doesn't get complacent. He wants to make sure that, because they haven't really had a competitive game in about a month. They haven't gone to
more
regionals.
Than that, 6 weeks, he said.
Exactly, yeah. They haven't gone to regionals. They haven't really done too much. So this is a game that you could almost catch Florida Gulf Coast napping, but it looks like the Eagles have done a good job of staying alert and giving proper respect to this Northern Colorado team.
Onside skate, Brent Hebel. Hebel puts in front, save made by Rabajan, and he holds on. And so as we continue to look at this, even though it was a little bit of a scare, everything's starting to shape up for a William Patterson Florida Gulf Coast meeting on Sunday.
Well, don't overlook tomorrow, Brett. We can't overlook tomorrow.
Well, if at nothing more, and I'll get to it in a minute. Here's an onside skate, centering pass in front, and a save made. What it does set up, at the very least, is Sunday's games are going to mean something for those two.
This is very true.
Because neither team can get eliminated tomorrow. This goes all the way down, no icing. So even if either William Patterson or Florida Gulf Coast loses, they still can make it to the national semifinal
with a head-to-head win.
Right. Now, of course, if Adrian throws a whole monkey wrench into this situation, we could possibly have a 3-way tie.
And I was going to say, if somebody loses tomorrow, be it Adrian or Northern Colorado emerging victorious, then things really get interesting, because then you throw a third team in the mix.
It's all sorts of stuff. But at the very least, it's setting up for Sunday's game between the two heavyweights to have significance. A few years ago in Utah, you had a situation where William Patterson lost. The whole group was wrapped up on Lindenwood by day 2.
Well, that was because William Patterson won game 1, and they lost game 2 to Lindenwood. Lindenwood, by virtue of 2 wins with a head-to-head tiebreaker over William Patterson, as we're going to have a big collision and a penalty coming up. William Patterson, by virtue of the loss to Lindenwood, and Lindenwood with their win on day 1, had the head-to-head tiebreaker and therefore was advancing.
Yeah, and there was no way, because everybody else would have been, no matter who made it 2-1, they would have been, just the way the schedule worked out, they would have lost to Lindenwood.
True.
That's the way that worked out. In the meantime, penalty call coming up against Florida Gulf Coast. Michael Haskins goes in for roughing.
It was Haskins. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong guy. Good Lord. Okay.
Time of the penalty, 12:45.
Save me.
Saved.
Thank you, sir. Saved by Luthner. Your natural position, by the way.
One of them. I also was a left winger.
One of them, he says.
Played center as well. But yes, loved playing goalie. But I don't know if I'd make it in today's game, because I was more of a stand-up goalie.
Oh yeah. You're a dinosaur.
The old stand-up, early butterfly, early hybrid styles. Not like today's goalies. Nowhere close. There's a blast. It has a headhunter. It goes up into the netting.
Brink got a little bit too much on that one, I think.
Definitely bust out the driver on it.
Oh, for sure.
Overshot the green there. 6:45 to go in the third. JP just looked at me. He was like, are we talking golf already?
For sure.
Off the tie-up. Puck put behind, and now a tie-up ensues there. Players just knocking the puck around, knocking themselves around the process. Brink tries to send down low. Shot, a rising shot that time by Taggart, gets the glass. Rebound put down low. Spinning out of a check is Weber. Tyler Weber still with. Goes back out to the point for a drive. Gloved by Rabajan off the stick of Chamelka. 6:17 to go in the third. 1:02 on the Northern Colorado power play. Florida Gulf Coast leads 5-1.
And they've looked very calm, poised, and in control ever since giving up that goal to Northern Colorado. This looks like a Florida Gulf Coast team that looks very confident, and I mean we've talked about it all over the map.
Whistle, penalty call coming up. Hooking is going to be the call. And I have a funny feeling Mr. Haskins is going to have some company.
Indeed he will, in the company of Eduardo Leon.
So 5-on-3 power play. Time of the penalty is 13:51.
This is a big moment for Northern Colorado, a chance to really get some redemption and get themselves, some respect, I want to say.
So just something positive coming out of it.
Exactly. That's really what I was going for.
To the point, Brink, cross ice pass. Florida Gulf Coast trying to keep it aggressive. Sharp angle shot, save. Ramajan, rebound right to Brink. Holds. Cross ice pass, the step in. Sending it down low that time was Francischini, and then it goes all the way down. Long
Opperman
pass.
all the way out up to the blue line almost.
Bailey then couldn't get it into the zone. And back go the Bears once more. 5 seconds on the two-man advantage. Cross ice pass deflected in. Here's Bailey. 5-on-4 now for the next 103 and counting. Bailey back to Brink at the point. Bailey once more on the near side. Holds, fakes, and sends down low. This one slugged around the boards and all the way down. One thing I will say in that earlier game, William Patterson and Adrian were able to find just corners and everything.
Oh, yeah, they had a couple of shots that just really looked like they were missiles right off the stick.
In the meantime, but Adrian worked their goals in. I mean, all 6 of them,
A couple of lucky bounces, too.
But a lot of them just hard work.
Yeah.
Cross ice pass, Bailey couldn't control, flipped up and out, and if he had turned the right way sooner, if corner had turned right instead of left, he's walking under a breakaway. Onside Bailey. And now stepping around Stimpson. Power play coming down to the final seconds. Penalty is over. Northern Colorado 0 for 3 with the man advantage. Puck put into the corner. Bears still in possession here. Centering pass. Bailey with a shot and a save made. Ramajan. The rebound tied up in that corner. 2-on-2 board battle. Still trying to dig it along. 3:45 to go here in the third period. Shot save. Ramajan, the rebound sits loose and swept aside. Wong, the man who swept to the side, skates it out 2-on-2. Into the zone, David Wong. Sharp angle shot goes wide. Around the boards onto the near side. Taggart's got it. Spinning out is Cameron Taggart. Pass on to the near side boards. Truman Gonzalez sends into the zone. Quickly back out to center. Retreating on this one, Joel Lenhart. Lenhart off the boards. The give. Drop pass that time by Boring, missed the mark. Read well and intercepted, and the Eagles trying to move it up. Oh, nearly a turnover though. Fogarty spins away from a check, left the puck behind. Then turned right back over by Norris. Into the Bears zone, swept aside by Opperman. Up the far boards, and then quickly sent back in by Florida Gulf Coast. 2:48 to go in the third, 5-1. A save made, rebound goes behind the net. Board battle ensues, Florida Gulf Coast with the lead by 4. The hold for Fogarty, puts on net, and then the rebound is sent all the way down. This is going to be icing against Northern Colorado. And we'll get a face-off in the Bears zone. 2:31 to go, third period, 5-1. Florida Gulf Coast well on their way.
That shot by Fogarty, I don't think meant to go on net. I think that was just a pass that just kind of went all the way through.
And Northern Colorado will call timeout here. With 2:31 to go in the third period. And keep in mind, listen, nobody's out of it after day one. Goal differential does have a lot to play into it. So Northern Colorado is going to want to put something together. So for some fans that may be new to this experience, with the goal differential playing a factor in some way, shape, or form, you're playing just as much to try to get the goals back in.
Absolutely, because you just never know. If one team falters, one team slips up the other way, you just never know where the goals will lie, where everything will come from. I look at last year. We saw the first day NYU tied Aurora, and we said that was it for NYU. They rattled off a win, and they went to Florida Gulf Coast and had the chance to win that pool, and did so.
And went on to win the national championship last year in Division 1.
Division 2.
Division 2, yes. They went up to Division 1. Two teams in that situation this year. William Patterson moving to Division 1 next year, as well as Toledo. Well, that came out of nowhere.
Okay, as long as you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. He's okay.
That blasted post-nasal drip.
I'm with you.
2:31 to go in the third. 5-1. Florida Gulf Coast leads.
Haven't had any updates on the other side, so I assume we're holding steady at a 5-1 score for UNH.
Or 5-2, I thought
5-2, yeah. It would be 5-2.
Puck bounced off the back of the net. Florida Gulf Coast still in possession. Laviolette gets knocked behind the play and almost picked up the puck. Does so here. Backhand on goal. Save made. Opperman holds on, and Laviolette afterwards is going to get sent off. Jack Laviolette didn't like something and just took umbrage, really.
Well, that all started because the puck bounced in front, was covered up by Opperman, and I believe it was Brandon Beard who started whacking at the puck. He took a whack in defense from Tyler Weber, as roughing as the call to Laviolette, and then Laviolette came in and just pounded him. So not a smart play. Not a smart play by the freshman. 17:45, time of the penalty.
Jake Laviolette, 2 minutes for roughing. Florida Gulf Coast Laviolette, 2 minutes for roughing.
Puck goes into the corner. The battle ensues. And now around it goes to the near sideboards. Trying to pick it up is Garst. He's hit hard on the play. Sent down. Garst slow to get up, and he does so. Flexing a leg, but it seems to be okay. The thump put on by Taggart. Here's Taggart with the puck now. Moves into the zone. Garst just letting him have some space. Still loose in front. A shot goes wide.
Well, because at this point now, if you're Florida Gulf Coast, you don't really have to worry about the lead so much as just staying healthy the rest of the way.
Shot goes wide. The rebound side of the net. Another opportunity. St. Rabajon. Mark back to the point. Cross ice pass by Brink. A one-timer gets the boards. Rebound sent around by Garst. Not out of his zone. Second effort does get to center. Skating ahead with it, Brink. Brian Brink dips in, shooting, save made, Rabajon, and then a whistle is going to be blown. Faceoff's coming out for a Northern Colorado player bowling over the goaltender.
That puck sat loose in the crease. It literally just sat there, an inch away from the goal line, and finally coming through to slam it in was Mitchell Bailey, but right away the signal was given that the faceoff was coming outside. That is a penalty coming up.
Brink for goalie interference. Or charging, either one.
Charging, yes, sir. That'll put an end to the Northern Colorado power play. 0 for 4 on the night. So that penalty comes through. I've got 18:49.
1:11 to go, third period. And barring anything else, we'll be 4-on-4 pretty much the rest of the night.
Well, that anything else is a broad subject, Mr. Luthner.
Puck put behind, and now out comes Northern Colorado.
You should know from your days in the Federal Hockey League.
Oh, do I ever.
Offside's
going to be the call.
I harken back to a William Patterson game that occurred when I played. That the final whistle came. The final goal was scored with 6 seconds left on the clock, and 6 seconds after the puck was dropped, a bench-clearing line brawl ensued with coaches actually screaming at each other over the benches.
The rivalry that was William Patterson and NYU. Here's a shot save made. Opperman rebound. Oh, what a save by Opperman! And another one goes over the net. Opperman got a piece of it. Now Now the whistle's blown. Opperman can't get up. There's a stick tied up in his gear. Faceoff's going to come out the center. A glove goes flying. And I think that's going to be all.
Well, the glove belonged to David Wong. It was sent flying courtesy of Michael Vieira. Well, I think he was just letting out his frustration.
Yeah.
Wong was on top of Opperman. Opperman was unable to move. And Vieira basically just like, you want your glove? Here, you go get it.
Wong afterwards picked up the stick for Opperman, and both of them just gave a little bit. Opperman knew his stick was tied up in gear. Otherwise, he would have been, flailing around like crazy trying to work it free. But
I think that was just Vieira being frustrated with the way that this game has gone for the Bears.
Yeah, good point. Now moving ahead with this one corner. In comes Wong. Corner once more. He's got a pair of goals already. Cross ice pass. 16 seconds to go in this one. Power play for Florida Gulf Coast, albeit briefly. So the Eagles making the statement here on day one. A blast save, Opperman, and he holds it. And then down goes Laviolette afterwards. There goes Shapiro's headsets as he's going to go down. Nothing else going on there. 3.4 seconds to go. And so the Eagles making the statement will move to 1-0 in pool play along with William Patterson. The Eagles will have the +4 tiebreaker over Pioneers +2. And Northern Colorado drops to 0-1. A date with the Pioneers tomorrow. But this one is over. 5-1. Florida Gulf Coast with the win.
The University of Northern Colorado Bears 5-1.
Comprehensive by the Eagles.
They had 17 in the third for a game total of 51. For Northern Colorado, they had 9 in the third for a game total of 24.
51-24. Florida Gulf Coast with the edge in the shots.
Tomorrow, celebrating their team, drive home safely.
And the fourth of 4 games here on day one completed. As Florida Gulf Coast gets the win by a final score of 5-1. Andrew Shapiro talking with the referees right now. A couple of them at least, as the handshakes go on. Everybody going through the line, and shortly Andrew Shapiro will have one of the guys with him. Everyone's finishing up their handshakes. And now Andrew Shapiro's got the man who got 2 goals and an assist tonight. Josh Corner down with Andrew Shapiro. Go ahead.
Fred, I'm here with Joshua Corner. 2 goals on the night, Josh. What was your preparation like coming into tonight's game?
I think it was just, I think everyone was ready. We had a month off after the end of the season till now, and I think the boys were ready and everyone knew what we had to do, and I think we just came out and capitalized. First period, got our legs underneath us, and I think after that we started rolling.
Pre-game, it's your first game for the tournament. Like you said, it's the first game in about 6 weeks. Do you guys do anything different coming into the game tonight, or is it just same as always?
No, everyone just tries to go through their normal routine. Everyone's got their little rituals they do. So I would say it was pretty normal. A bit of nerves probably from everyone. Everyone's really excited. First game in, like you said, 6 weeks. So everyone's just a little nervous, but we were ready. Same ritual as always.
Now after a game like tonight, do you guys? What do you guys do? Do you guys celebrate on this and look ahead, or is it just right next to the next game?
I think we go out and get a good team meal together, enjoy the win, but get ready for tomorrow. Another late game tomorrow, so we got all day to rest, but not too much celebrating. So just gonna keep rolling.
Nice, Josh. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Brett.
Thank you very much. No, they won't do much celebrating, but enough. Our final score here: 5-1. Florida Gulf Coast defeats Northern Colorado. We get back here 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. There are 8 more games here from the Ohio Health Chiller North here in Columbus. These next 2 teams play tomorrow. Florida Gulf Coast takes on Adrian at 8:30 p.m. Before that, Northern Colorado and William Patterson at 5:30. AJ Bolden, our executive producer, doing a yeoman's effort trying to get everything lined up for you guys today. Matt Coma as well, helping coordinate stuff as well. And for John Peterson, who is on the camera in this game, and for my broadcast partner, Andrew Shapiro, my name is Brett Luthner. Once again, our final score, Florida Gulf Coast 5, Northern Colorado 1. We will see you tomorrow morning for Day 2 of the 2018 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships. Until then, good night from the greater Columbus area.